what you're gonna do. When the NWO destroys you.
Anything less would be civilized.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the Brave New World Order podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today. Straight out the dungeons of podcasting, I am Brandon St. One. And today, we're going to continue our deep dive into the Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean. And we are going to read Emerald Tablet number 5, the Dweller of Unal. And I love taking breaks from the current events and all the craziness out there in the world and all the negativity that they're trying to make you feel, and looking at more positive topics, more deep, more mind-expanding things that are out there in the world, things that we can look at and we can dissect them and analyze them and maybe use some of this stuff towards a positive outcome. If anything, it's just interesting, it's out there in the world, and I want to look at it. But before we get to that, I just want to thank you, my listeners, for engaging with me and joining the Brave New World Order podcast as we dissect this reality. It's my journey, trying to learn as much as I can as well. So I thank you very much for joining me along the way. And you can always follow me on Twitter at BraveNWO Podcast and email me for any reason whatsoever, feedback, say what's up, send me interesting topics, interesting articles, anything at all. You can email me, thebravenewworldorderpodcast at gmail.com. And if you really like what I'm doing and you want to help out the alternative media, get away from the mainstream media and help out people like me, you can click the link in the show notes below. Any little bit helps. I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I'd like to keep this show ad-free for as long as possible, if not forever. That's my goal. I don't like ads when I'm listening to stuff. I don't like ads when I'm watching TV. I don't like ads when they sneak them in on podcasts. I want to keep this ad-free, and I think you would like that as well. So if you can and you want to support independent alternative media, this is as independent as it gets. It's just me running the show here, one-man gang, trying to spread knowledge and trying to learn as much as I can as well along the way. So if you can, any little bit helps. Click the link in the show notes below. It is definitely not a requirement. I just love that you're joining me on my journey. I always say it as we dissect this wacky reality. So let's dive into the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Atlantean, tablet number 5, the Dweller of Unal. Alright, in this tablet, Thoth explains what happened with Atlantis and how the people became proud with their knowledge and they went a little too far. He speaks of a great light in Atlantis, but also a darkness hidden in all, and that great men fell to this darkness, and it seems that they may have brought forth some kind of evil, some kind of darkness to Atlantis that caused its destruction. And this kind of stuff makes me think of what's going on now with artificial intelligence and CERN, how they might be, conjuring things and pushing the boundaries of things that they maybe shouldn't do. They might want to back off on that kind of stuff. They might be dabbling in something that might not end up being a good thing for us. I don't know. It's just worth mentioning. So once Atlantis gets destroyed, Thoth is instructed to leave and flee to the Land of Khem, to where he will teach the people of Khem knowledge. And he goes on to say that they leave in a spaceship and they land beneath the lion that is also a man. So it sounds like he landed in the Sphinx. And that's pretty awesome because there are supposedly hidden chambers in the Sphinx, and the water erosion on the Sphinx also shows that it's probably a lot older than they are saying. That's worth diving into as well. Maybe I'll talk about that at one point. There's a lot of stuff about it out there anyway. So dive into that as well. The actual age of the pyramids and the Sphinx, the water erosion on it shows that it can't be as old as they're saying. So it's possible that many, many years ago, this Thoth the Atlantean landed somewhere in Egypt. And I love this kind of stuff too because it kind of ties into the Cataclysm chronology episode that I did previously. Check it out if you haven't listened to it. And I talked about these beings or these people are a race that came up from underground, and they go underground and they come up, they resurface after cataclysms with advanced technology, and then the people that are left behind after the cataclysms, a few generations go past and they don't know anything about technology, and they see these people with this advanced technology, and then they attribute them to gods, and then they try to start emulating their behaviors. And even though it might just be somebody signaling some kind of technology, but they see it as like some kind of divine practice. It's cargo cult phenomena type stuff. And in one of the previous tablets, I think it's tablet number 1, Thoth does mention when he arrives in Khem that he had to use a staff and let off some kind of electricity, some kind of explosion or vibration that then when the people witnessed it, they dropped to their knees. So that could have just been a technology, not, anything else other than that. And then the people see it and they go crazy, thinking it's a god. So that's all pretty interesting stuff. So that being said, how about you just take a listen to the Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean, number 5, the Dweller of Unal. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth, Emerald Tablet number 5, the Dweller of Unal. Oft dream I of buried Atlantis, lost in the ages that have passed into night. Eon on eon, thou existed in beauty, a light shining through the darkness of night. Mighty in power, ruling the earthborn, Lord of the earth in Atlantis' day, King of the nations, Master of wisdom, light through Suntal, Keeper of the way, dwelt in his temple, the Master of Unal, light of the earth in Atlantis' day. Master he from a cycle beyond us, living in bodies as one among men, not as the earthborn, he from beyond us, son of a cycle advanced beyond men. Know ye, O man, that Horlet the Master was never one with the children of men. Far in the past time, when Atlantis first grew as a power, appeared there one with the key of wisdom, showing the way of light to all. Showed he to all men the path of attainment, way of the light that flows among men, mastering darkness, leading the man's soul upward to heights that were one with the light. Divided the kingdoms, he into sections. 10 were they, ruled by children of men. Upon another built he a temple, built but not by the children of men. Out of the ether called he its substance, molded and formed by the power of Etolan. Into the forms he built with his mind, mile upon mile covering the island, space upon space it grew in its might. Black, yet not black, but dark like the space-time, deep in its heart the essence of light. Swiftly the temple grew into being, molded and shaped by the word of the Dweller, called from the formless into a form. Builded he then within it great chambers, filled them with forms called forth from the ether, filled them with wisdom called forth by his mind. Formless was he within his temple, yet was he formed in the image of men. Dwelling among them, yet not of them, strange and far different, was he from the children of men. Chose he, then, from among the people, 3 who became his gateway. Choose he the 3 from the highest to become his links with Atlantis. Messengers they who carried his counsel to the kings of the children of men. Brought he forth others and taught them wisdom. Teachers they to the children of men. Placed he them on the island of Unal to stand as teachers of light to men. Each of those who were thus chosen, taught must he be for years 5 and 10. Only thus could he have understanding to bring light to the children of men. Thus there came into being the temple, a dwelling place for the master of men. I, Thoth, have ever sought wisdom, searching in darkness and searching in light. Long in my youth I traveled the pathway, seeking ever new knowledge to gain, until after much striving, one of the 3 to me brought the light. Brought he to me the commands of the Dweller, called me from the darkness into the light. Brought he me before the Dweller, deep in the temple, before the great fire. There, on the great throne, beheld I, the Dweller, clothed with the light and flashing with fire. Down I knelt before that great wisdom, feeling the light flowing through me in waves. Heard I then the voice of the Dweller, O darkness, come into the light. Long have ye sought the pathway to the light. Each soul on earth that loosens its fetters shall soon be made free from the bondage of night. Forth from the darkness have ye arisen, closer approach the light of your goal. Here ye shall dwell as one of my children, keeper of records gathered by wisdom, instrument thou of the light from beyond, ready by thou made to do what is needed, preserver of wisdom through the ages of darkness that shall come fast on the children of men. Live thee here and drink of all wisdom, secrets and mysteries unto thee shall unveil. Then answered I, the master of cycles, saying, O light that descended to men, give thou to me of thy wisdom, that I might be a teacher of men. Give thou of thy light, that I may be free. Spoke to me again the master, Age after age shall ye live through your wisdom. I, when over Atlantis the ocean waves roll, holding the light, though hidden in darkness, ready to come whenever thou shalt call. Go thee now and learn greater wisdom. Grow thou through light to infinities all. Long then I dwelt in the temple of the Dweller, until at last I was one with the light. Followed I then the path to the star plains. Followed I then the pathway to light. Deep into earth's heart I followed the pathway, learning the secrets, below as above, learning the pathway to the halls of Amenti, learning the law that balances the world. To earth's hidden chambers pierced I, by my wisdom, deep through the earth's crust, into the pathway, hidden for ages from the children of men. Unveiled before me ever more wisdom, until I reached a new knowledge, found that all is part of an all, great and yet greater than all that we know. searched I infinity's heart through all the ages. Deep and yet deeper, more mysteries I found. Now, as I look back through the ages, know I that wisdom is boundless, ever grown greater throughout the ages, one with infinities greater than all. Light there was in ancient Atlantis, yet darkness too was hidden in all. Fell from the light into the darkness some who had risen to heights among men. Proud they became because of their knowledge, proud were they of their place among men. Deep delved they into the forbidden, opened the gateway that led to below. Sought they gained ever more knowledge, but seeking to bring it up from below. He who descends below must have balance, else he is bound by lack of our light. Opened they then, by their knowledge, pathways forbidden to man. But in his temple, all-seeing, the dweller lay in his Agwanti, while through Atlantis his soul roamed free. Saw he the Atlanteans by their magic, opening the gateway that would bring earth a great woe. Fast fled his soul then, back to his body. Up he rose from his Agwanti, called he the three mighty messengers, gave the commands that shattered the world. Deep neath earth's crust to the halls of Amenti, swiftly descended the dweller. Called he then on the powers the seven lords wielded, changed the earth's balance. Down sank Atlantis beneath the dark waves, shattered the gateway that had been opened, shattered the doorway that led down below. All of the islands were shattered except Unal, and part of the island of the sons of the dweller. Preserved he them to be the teachers, lights on the path for those to come after, lights for the lesser children of men. Called he then, I, Thoth, before him, gave me commands for all I should do, saying, Take thou, O Thoth, all of your wisdom, take all of your records, take all your magic. Go thou forth as a teacher of men. Go thou forth reserving the records until in time light grows among men. Light shalt thou be all through the ages, hidden yet found by enlightened men. Over all earth give we ye power, free thou to give or take it away. Gather now the sons of Atlantis, take them and flee to the people of the rock caves. Fly to the land of the children of Khem. Then I gathered the sons of Atlantis. Into the spaceship I brought all my records, brought the records of sunken Atlantis. Gathered I all of my powers, instruments many of mighty magic. Up then we rose on wings of the morning. High we rose above the temple, leaving behind the three and the dweller. Deep in the halls neath the temple, closing the pathway to the lords of the cycles. Yet ever to him who was knowing, open shall be the path to Amenti. Fast fled we then on the wings of the morning, fled to the land of the children of Khem. There by my power I conquered and ruled them. Raised I to light the children of Khem. Deep neath the rocks I buried my spaceship, waiting the time when man might be free. Over the spaceship erected a marker in the form of a lion, yet like unto man. There neath the image rest yet my spaceship, forth to be brought when need shall arise. Know ye, O man, that far in the future invaders shall come from out of the deep. Then awake, ye who have wisdom. Bring forth my ship and conquer with ease. Deep neath the image lies my secret. search and find in the pyramid I built. Each to the other is the keystone, each the gateway that leads into life. Follow the key I leave behind me. Seek, and the doorway to life shall be thine. Seek thou in my pyramid, deep in the passage that ends in a wall. Use thou the key of the seven, and open to the pathway will fall. Now unto thee I have given my wisdom, now unto thee I have given my way. Follow the pathway, solve thou my secrets, unto thee I have shown the way. Alright, thank you so much. That was the Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean, tablet number 5, the Dweller of Unal. I hope you really enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed putting it together. I really like the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, and I think in the tough times and the negative times that we're in right now, with the uncertainties in the world, and the great resets, and the CERNs, and the Klaus Schwabs, and the Joe Biden shaking hands with ghosts, we need to find solace and peace and positivity wherever we can. And I find it in this type of knowledge. And I think discovering our true power as humans is very, very important. And there's a lot of hidden knowledge out there that's been hidden for a reason. We're being suppressed. The knowledge is being suppressed. Our true nature and what we're really supposed to be doing here in this realm, in this reality, is being hidden from us. So that's why I talk about all this crazy shit, because who knows? And I really like it. I like to meditate. I like trying to calm my mind. I enjoy all that stuff. I hope you do too. And thank you so much for joining me on another episode of the Brave New World Order podcast. I am Brandon St. One. Follow me, email me, share this, subscribe, follow, leave a review. All that good stuff helps out the Brave New World Order podcast. And I thank you once again for joining me. And I will see you soon. But in the meantime, stay positive. Think for yourself. Question everything. Much love, everybody. And I mean that. Peace out.